Oh, look at this, hang on. This looks really good. Oh, this looks good. Got home at... Oh. I've just got to stop for a second. Whoops. Not on a trail bike. I cannot jump over those. I was going to send it up here a little bit, but I don't think I will. It's a bit rough. All right, good morning, folks. I'm out on the trails again today. I'm up on the Putty Road, and I have stopped at Culoul Ridge Trail, Wallamai National Park. This isn't a trail that I've done in its entirety as yet. I had a little ride on it when I was up here one day, but kind of didn't have enough time. So I'm gonna head down this trail today. I've tried to look at it on Google Maps as usual. It looks pretty good. Let's go. All right, Culoul Ridge Trail. Oh, this might have been a gate there at one stage, but it's gone now. That's good. Oh, good. It's all sandy. That's excellent. Oh, this looks a little bit adventure-y straight up, so this should be good. Oh, whoop-de-doo. Nice. All right, put that down so I can see where I'm going. Yeah, so this looks like it's going to be a bit up and down, a bit sandy. If this is anything to go by, that's all fine. There's some fairly decent rocks. All right, cool. Well, we're off. Oh, and there's some kids. Oh, I see. They've got parents as well. Do you want to get off the track? Because otherwise, you're going to get run over. That's the way, Mum. Whoop-a-days. All right, we'll just wait until they've got control of the kids, and then we'll let them go. Well, there you go. Okay, so that's a thing. You couldn't hear the bike coming and realise that you needed to get the kid off the track. Anyway, whoops, a bit of sand. Okay, so I'm going to follow this all the way right to the very end. Not sure how my voice sounds today. I went out with some very old friends last night. A mate of mine came up from Melbourne to Sydney to visit, as he does. These are my old school friends that I used to go to school with. And now I don't drink for a couple of reasons, which I might tell you about. But I don't drink at all, mostly. But you know, when you get together with old friends that you used to get pissed with in your teenage years, it's hard not to kind of get into the spirit of things. So I had a few beers last night, and I had a couple of vodkas, so I was on the turbos as well. It's just quite down, and I'm a little bit dusty today. I'm okay, but you know, for somebody who doesn't drink, 4 or 5 drinks is quite a lot. And I'm a little bit dusty, but you know, I'm out enjoying myself, riding through this shit sand and stuff. So I don't drink mainly because of health issues. I'm on medication and stuff. There goes the voice. Well, this looks quite interesting. This is good. This is a very adventure-y trail. I like this. Big rocks and downs and into the sand. Yeah. So a couple of years ago now, in 2013, I had a brain hemorrhage. Called a mesencephalic subarachnoid hemorrhage. It's basically a brain hemorrhage at the back of your skull, near where the your spinal cord joins your brain. So I was actually at swimming lessons with my then 2-year-old. He's 10 now, and I was doing laps in the pool because I was a bit fit back then, and brain hemorrhage started while I was swimming, which was a bit of a disaster. And my 2-year-old was doing swimming lessons, and I had a brain hemorrhage and kind of went into paralysis, couldn't speak. I managed to get myself out of the pool, but couldn't speak, went into paralysis, and yeah, so I wound up in hospital, and they were considering operating on my head, but worked out that it was a venal bleed. Obviously, if it was anything more serious than a small vein popping, like if it was an artery or something, I wouldn't be riding here talking to you today. I would have been dead on the bottom of the pool. But anyway, so that happened, and thought I didn't have any long-lasting side effects. You know, I had a bit of tiredness and fatigue, which is kind of par for the course for people who have that type of hemorrhage. It's more common than what you would be led to believe. So yeah, I had the bash plate just worked. That's good. So yeah, a couple of years after that, I was having a bit of a hard time. I'd suffered a bit of anxiety and depression my whole life, and my family worked out that I wasn't doing so well, probably before I did. But once I had it pointed out to me, I could recognise that I wasn't doing very well again. So I went off to the doctor to go back on some medication that I take from time to time that helps me through those times when I'm not doing very well. Now the medication the doctor put me on created a massive side effect with my old, oh look at this, hang on, this looks really good. This is a hoop-de-doo, and then up a rock platform. Let's get it. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so the medication the doctor put me on gave me some really bad side effects from the brain hemorrhage that happened like 5 years earlier, and I got something called vasospasm, which they worked out eventually. They thought I was having another brain hemorrhage at the time because I was in that much pain. And they did all the scans, and everybody did all the scans and everything again, and they said, well, you're not having a brain, oh shit, you're not having a brain hemorrhage, but we don't know what's wrong with you. And meanwhile I'm doubled over, oh shit, in pain and all sorts of terrible things happening. But basically it's when the vasospasm means that all the little blood vessels and stuff on the oh, how good is this, on the surface of your brain go into spasm, and it gives you a 10 out of 10 headache with no warning, and it's called a thunderclap headache. And it's like you go into shock, and of course you start vomiting everywhere because your body's in shock, and you're not able to control yourself. This is excellent. This is a great trail. So that happened, and I was in hospital for almost 2 weeks again. They obviously, I had to go cold turkey on the medication, and I was suffering anxiety at the time anyway. And yeah, so that's the long reason why I don't drink. You know, people with anxiety shouldn't self-medicate with alcohol anyway. It's not good for you. And I'm now on blood pressure, oh gee, there's some big rocks. Now on blood pressure medication to control the vasospasm, not necessarily my blood pressure. I have to go to the doctor regularly, have my blood pressure checked, because I'm not allowed to have high blood pressure obviously when you've had a brain hemorrhage. But the alcohol doesn't sit well with the medication that I'm on. I'm off the antidepressant and stuff now, and managing the anxiety reasonably well again. Oh, how good does this look? So that's a long story as to why I don't drink. I thought oh gee, that's so good. You can hear stuff hitting the bash plate rather than the underneath of the engine. Hang on, this is quite up and here, this is good. That's a long-winded story about why I don't drink and why I'm a bit dusty today, because I went out and had 5 drinks last night. Fuck, I enjoyed myself, but geez, I had a ball. It was so good to see the boys from school and listen to them crap on. And poor Scott, he turned up and he'd been at lunch all day. He'd had a long lunch. Oh shit. And he he was rotten when he got there. He was a maggot. It's so funny. Oh gee, I had a good time, but I can't do it very often. It's not good for me, so I won't do it again now for quite some time. But yeah, 5 drinks and I'm done these days, especially if I get on the turbos. Anyway, let's ride this track, shall we? That's a long-winded explanation of my health and why I don't drink alcohol. So yeah, there you go. So I'm going to follow this track through now to Jesus Christ, I just looked down at the GoPro app and realised I've been crapping on for 10 minutes, so there's 10 minutes of your life you'll never get back. Alright, I'm just going to ride now because this is delightful in here. This is so good, such a nice track. It's a bit up and down and plenty of good rocks on it, like that. So we'll just continue to the end. I am going to stop and boil the kettle and have something to eat soon because I'm quite hungry. Oh, this looks good. Got home at I just got to stop for a second because man, I was so close to going down. Then I had the foot out catching myself. That is the closest to ever falling in the sand that I have ever done. Because you can see how deep it is, and I was crapping on and not paying attention, so I should really pay attention. Anyway, I'll continue. Got home last night at a bit after midnight, early hours of the morning, and my 15-year-old son's sitting up playing video games, so I made some toast and had a cup of tea and sat and had a chat to him for a while, because you know, the weekend he likes to stay up all night, bless him, and he kept me company for a little while, which is good. And I eventually crawled into bed, and yeah, got up a little dusty today. That is an enormous purple tree. So yeah, that's my story. Anyway, boy, I nearly went down back there though. I'm loving this track, just loving it. Send it a bit up there, I think. But, oh, how good is this? This is just brilliant. This is a great, these are the places I love to ride on this bike. You know, it's on a trail bike you just fly through here and you'd be gone. It's a bit more of a challenge on this bike, being a bit of a fatty, and giving the riders a bit of a fatty. But I can tell you what though, I never realised how much stuff actually hit the underneath of the bike when I was riding until I put this bash plate on. See, I'm not sure if you heard that, because now it goes ding, because it's metal and sits and it's suspended below the engine, as it should be. You've seen my bash plate video. Hey, this is great. Woohoo! Yeah, there's heaps of stuff hits it all the time. And when I say heaps, like it's done it 3 times. There you go, there's one. Whoops, so easy. Oh shit. Came over that hill and over that whoop-de-doo, and there was a big hole in the bottom. It's alright. Like that. That's a fair hole in the bottom of that one. Got hit on the foot by a bloody big stick or a rock or something. How good is this? This is excellent. This is really, really good. It's great fun. Apparently this trail goes for like 15 k's or something in here, which will take a while in, you know, second and third gear, and occasionally nearly losing it. It's a very orange tree. Okay. This trail's kind of flattened out now. It's still beautiful to ride. So good just to be in here amongst the bush. I shouldn't have done that. I ran right over the end of a stick, and they have a tendency to flip up when you do that. Here. I can just see through the trees, and it looks like we're coming to sort of the end of an escarpment, and I think we're about to go down the edge here, down some rocky stuff. So this looks good. I think we're about to drop off the side of the range here. How good is this? Look at the rocks and stuff in here. This is nice. Yeah, that goes down quite a way. That's good. rough. Oh shit. See, now that's where I wish I didn't have ABS on the rear and I could turn it off, because I could have just locked that up then. But I have to be gentle with it, because if the ABS kicks in too much, I'll just keep going. That's all right. I've got to just remember these things and remember what bike I'm riding. Ah, this is cool. We'll go around that lot, I think. Just have a bit of a look at this. Nice. Alright, we might just take this one a bit slow, because I couldn't get really run at that because of the sand at the bottom. Oh, look at this. This just goes up and up and up and up and up. Really good. I was going to send it up here a little bit, but I don't think I will. It's a bit rough. Especially if you come up over a rise like that and it's all sand in the bottom and then it's a rock shelf like that. Oh wow, I'm up really high now. I guess the putty road's back down there somewhere. I don't know how far you can see out there, but yeah, I'm up pretty high. There's a bit of a mountain in front of me over there. I'm not sure if we're going to go up that or not. Anyway. Visor fogged up. Oh, that's real deep. Visor fogged up and I couldn't see what was in front of me. Got to get some anti-fog stuff. Alright, up we go. Come on, girl. Up we go. It's very loose. Oh, I love that. You don't even have to stand up on this bike. You can just stay in the saddle and she'll just tractor up for you. You don't even have to stand and do anything too exciting. She just does the job for you. She's a good girl. Bash plate is certainly doing its job. I'm wrapped in that. I'd never... Oh, hang on. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Didn't mean to swear. I've got to stop swearing. Yeah, I didn't realise how much stuff actually hits the bottom of the engine when you're on trails like this. I'm a bit disappointed in myself I didn't get... Wow, that's a long way down there. Disappointed in myself I didn't get a bash plate earlier. I really should have. Anyway, I've got one now. Oh, shit. Oh, good. Alright, well, I'm 20 minutes into this track now, and I'm not sure how much further it's going to go. Yeah, I knew that one was soft. But I'm just going to keep going. Oh, what's that in there? Is that a trail or is that just a clearing? Be a good place to boil the cuppa, I think. Boil the jug once I get out of that sand. Anyway, I want to keep going right as far as I can to the end. I think this is one of these trails, you know, I'll do a couple of times. Like the one at Mountain Lagoon. I love that trail and I'm really, really liking this one. This is fun. Oh, look at this sand. I've got... Oh, shit. Okay. Alright, that's fine. I'll just cross that washout. Cross back again. cannot jump over those. Stay out of those ruts, I think, through the middle of those. There's a little clearing in there, and very rough trail. Yeah. Gee, that'd be a nice place to just sort of stop. If you had the fan bam in the four-wheel drive. Stay on the track, buddy. Oh, right. I think I found the end by the look of it. Oh, the trail goes off down that way. There's a sign here. Oh, it says Putty exit that way. Crawford's Lookout. But the sign's kind of... There's a trail that leads off in there, which I'm sure you can see. But the sign basically says nothing. Oh, there's a gate down there. Alright, so this is the end of the path. Okay, I can't get over the gate. I can't get past the gate down there. And if there's a gate, that means I don't go because they don't want vehicles in there. So this is where I'm going to have breakfast and boil the billy. I'll have to use the bike as a stand for me thing. So I'll find a flat piece of ground over here, I think, out of the way in case somebody else comes. I'll just go for a little walk down here and see what's down here. Okay, we're at the end. There you go. We'll pick this up in a minute. Alright, so I've come to the end of the trail and parked the bike back up there and just walked down to have a look at what this sign actually says. It says 500 metres to Lookout down that way, but someone's just kind of written it in texter, in permanent marker, so I'm not sure really how far that lookout is, but I might just walk that track a ways and just sort of see what's down there. I'm not sure I really want to leave the bike here on its own, just to be honest. I am in absolutely the middle of nowhere, so like, you know, I'm half an hour from the main road in the middle of the bush. And this is where the trail continues down in here. There's another big green sign down in here, so let's go and see what that says. Alright, so the trail clearly continues down there, but there's a gate, and that is no doubt where people in four-wheel drives and cars go around the gate, but the gate's shut. Maintenance trail authorised vehicles only, so that's not for me, which is a big shame. Right, yeah, you won't be able to see it here, but through the trees there I can see the mountains and stuff, and there's no doubt a lookout through there, but obviously people come in here in their cars and go down, but I'm not going to. I'm going to boil the kettle and have something to eat. Alright, good as gold. Alright, kettle's on. The good thing about not having the top box on the bike is that I can use the top box plate as a table to boil my kettle. It's the small things in life. Anyway, the bike's now fairly comprehensively filthy after going through all the sand and muck and dirt and stuff, which is I can't help it. I really enjoy that. So alright, I'll just have a cup of coffee here and some breakfast, and then I'll ride back out. I think I won't record the whole ride out because it's obviously the same as coming in, but yeah, so there you go. This cup of coffee isn't even going to touch the sides, to be honest. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so I've had coffee and something to eat. I'm just walking this track now into the bush to see if I can find this lookout. There's no one around, so I've kind of half chained the bike up and left it back there, and just following this trail through now, see where it goes. Oh, there's a bit of a lookout over there. It's quite nice. On the edge of the goddamn cliff. So that, all the way out there, would be Wallamai National Park. That's pretty pleasant. Jesus. That is very, very nice in there. I hope you can hear the birds and stuff and the noise they're making. That never ceases to amaze me how many birds there are and the noises they make. And you never really feel alone when you're in the bush by yourself. And that goes kind of straight down there. I won't be going down there. I'll never get out again. But anyway, yeah, that's a beautiful view out there today. Really, really nice. All right, I'll head back to the bike and then pull the pin and head out of here, I guess. Fantastic trip. Loved it in here. Really beautiful. All right, later. All right, that was really nice in there. I don't think it was 500 metres in unless there's another lookout in there that is further along. The track did keep going, but it looked a bit gnarly and went down the side of the gorge and over some fairly rough terrain. And on my own, I didn't want to go down there in case something happened. I've left maps at home of where I am, but you know, I said to dear wife, if I'm not back in 3 weeks, send a search party. Anyway, all right, well that's it. That's the end of this adventure today. I'm caffeinated and I'm fed, and I've had a lovely walk in the bush and seen the beautiful view from the lookout. I think there's another one, but anyway, I won't be doing that one today. I would, however, love to see what's down that service road beyond that gate, but I'm going to stay out of that. I don't want to tempt my luck too much. So, all right, well that's it, folks. Thanks very much for coming along and listening to my ramblings, and I hope you enjoyed the ride nevertheless, because friggin' hell I did. This is fantastic in here. If you ride safe, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, goodbye.